Hello everyone, today I will be explaining the task 3.2p which was based on building a web API for a robot controller. So in this task we were given resources. So this is the program.cs which was given in the resources. Now we were to create two classes, robot command and robot command controller, to be responsible for all the robot commands endpoint. So I have created two files, robotcommand.cs and robotcommandscontroller.cs. Now in the robotcommands.cs, we were to add the following public properties that we were to initialize. Then we were to initialize every property with parameters. Now in the robotcommandcontroller.cs, first we have defined a default route API slash robot commands in order to make our full API endpoint accessible. Then we have defined a private field to hold existing commands when the application starts. The commands like left, right, move, place, and report. Now, to implement the first endpoint from the list of endpoints, we have added get all robot commands, a method that simply returns the previously created private field underscore commands and mark it with a special attribute that specifies the HTTP verb as well as the URL of the resource that will be linked to the endpoint. Now we have implemented various endpoints for the robot commands, starting with retrieving all the commands, filtering move commands by the method get move commands only, fetching a command by ID with the method get robot command by ID, adding a new command with the method add robot command, updating an existing command um, with the method update robot commands, and finally deleting a command with the method delete robot command. Each endpoint has its own logic to handle different scenarios. Now there were two more files which were to create, that is map.cs and mapcontroller.cs. In the map.cs we were to add the following public properties that we have added. Now, in the map controller.cs, we were responsible for all the map endpoints. We are to define all these endpoints, including the default route, like we have defined earlier in the robot command. Now, I would like to run the code. Now, when I have entered different routes like this, and this would be the output. Now if I enter API slash robot commands, then all the robot commands will be visible. That is left, right, move, place, and report. Now in the Postman, I have created a local environment in which I have defined some of the variables API host 2 and port 2, which I have enabled. Now I have made a new collection, that is the full web API, in which I have implemented some of the commands, that is get robot commands, move, etc. Now if I send this command, then this would be the output for the same. Likewise for all the things. So now in the task sheet we were given that we have to run the collection. So from here we will run the collection. We were also to export, so from here we will export. I have already exported, so I will not export it again. Thank you, and that's all for the task.